Hey guys, and welcome back to News to the Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. And you ever wonder whatever happened to Vision since the last time we saw him back in like 2021 on WandaVision? Well, me too. And as it turns out, the show is still happening. And what show am I talking about? I'm talking about supposedly the untitled show called Vision Quest. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, some plot points from the original Vision Quest of the comics were taken and adapted into WandaVision already. And now Vision's finally getting a solo show, and it's probably going to be primarily focusing on Vision and basically him wondering about his past and who he was. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the details. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications so you don't miss anything. We post here on the channel daily updates about Marvel stuff that's happening in comics, movies, games, and shows and whatnot, so you don't want to miss any of that stuff. So definitely subscribe, because we are approaching 14,000 subscribers, and I see some of you have been subscribing lately, which I can definitely appreciate, so thank you so much. Also, join me on Twitch. I do have a Twitch channel. The link to that is also in the description box below, along with the link to my Discord invitation as well. I do live stream on Twitch now every Wednesday, so definitely be sure to check that out as well. Anyway, the article that I have here, it says Vision MCU series sets Disney Plus release date window, showrunner. Marvel has officially set the release date for the planned upcoming series based on Paul Bettany's character Vision, according to Variety. The series, which is currently unnamed, will premiere sometime in 2026 on Disney Plus. That's quite a long ways, honestly, and we're in the middle of 2024 already. At least we're already approaching June at the time I'll be recording this video. So next thing you know, 2026 will be here. Marvel has also tapped Star Trek Picard executive producer Terry Matalas to act as showrunner for the series. Bettany is expected to return to the series in the role of Vision, a character he's portrayed in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for nearly 10 years. A Vision series has been in various stages of development for some time at Marvel. However, it was previously being worked on by WandaVision creator Jack Schaefer. Schaefer is now working on the upcoming WandaVision spin-off Agatha All Along, which will premiere in this September. I'm not exactly excited for that show, but as a Marvel fan, I will watch it just for the sake of like keeping up with the continuity. Although there are things that I did miss the Marvels, which I actually ended up watching after all on Disney Plus. Good thing I didn't spend any money on that. But then again, I'm paying for Disney Plus, but I'm using my wife's, so anyway, Bettany first voiced Jarvis in a number of the MCU projects, including 2008's Iron Man, 2010's Iron Man 2, 2012's The Avengers, 2013's Iron Man 3, and 2015's Avengers Age of Ultron. Since 2015, he's portrayed the character of Vision, who has been instrumental in various MCU storylines over the years. In 2018's Avengers Infinity War, Vision was killed by Thanos after the Mind Stone embedded in his forehead was taken out. And in 2021's WandaVision, Vision was brought back as a sort of a spectral entity by Wanda Maximoff before being rebuilt in a white android body with no memory of who he was. It's unknown exactly what the new Vision series will be about, but it is presumed to follow this version of Vision as he tries to uncover more about his past life. And there you have it. Sounds like a simple story enough already. And it seems like they're already adapting a lot of, aspects of the original Vision quest stories from the comics. And if you don't know, in the comics, Wanda and Vision have separated. Vision has become like this white version of himself, like this white Vision, where like he basically has no memory of his past. He has no emotion. He's completely cold. And we got a little bit of that towards the end of the series of WandaVision, where he was just completely cold, didn't have any memory of Wanda or the boys, the kids of the show, which is Billy and Tommy, and just didn't, like, he was a completely different entity at that point, just completely cold, didn't seem to care about anything. And also, they actually end up getting back together, and Vision ends up moving to Los Angeles with Wanda and to join the West Coast Avengers, which I hope also gets either a series or if not a movie eventually, but only time will tell. But anyway, they're going to be adapting that one. Like I said before, they adapted some qualities of that story from the comics, and they put it into the WandaVision, especially when Vision was taken apart on that operating table, I guess you can call it that, where they were just like recycling his parts for resources. They wanted the vibranium from his body. I mean, from what I can tell, or at least from what I recall in the series, they said that his body was worth like a couple $1 billion because it had nothing but vibranium, which is a completely like malleable resource and very rare resource in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And again, like I said before, in the original 80s Avengers Vision Quest, which is what I presume they're going to be adapting, the story was told by the writer and artist John Byrne in the pages of the West Coast Avengers storyline, and that changed the Vision and Scarlet Witch character like forever, and it led to the comic version of WandaVision's White Vision transformation. Though many of the plot points from that original story, they were adapted into WandaVision, the Vision's personal emotional arc and the story's fallout on the Avengers, they're still on the table for exploration. So the 80s comic, is actually the conclusion of the years-long arc, like I mentioned before, to Vision and Wanda's relationship. And not just for his wife, Wanda Maximoff, but also the Avengers as a whole. So it was like the launching point for like a whole new wave of stories for basically the Avengers and, of course, for Vision. And like I said before, eventually they end up joining the West Coast Avengers. And who knows, maybe the end of Vision Quest can lead to a tease to the West Coast Avengers. But anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys. You let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for a Vision Quest series? And do you want to see a West Coast Avengers movie be made eventually? And what would that roster look like? Because the roster was hella different in the comics. It just all sorts of crazy characters appeared in that series. Characters that you wouldn't even think of showed up in that series. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications so y'all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.